Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today's car is a modern car, but it's going to be a classic. But today we will just talk about it being a modern car still. It's a very, very tidy, in fact remarkably well looked after version of the BMW E93, which means it's a convertible 3 Series. And I'm going to spend a bit of time showing you around the car and passing on some information which is still fresh in my memory from having just dealt with the gentleman who's owned the car since it was 3 years old, and therefore he's owned it for the past 8 years. The car has just clocked over 48,000 miles. The car comes with its full history, and it's always been very well maintained. In fact, the way BMW handles servicing is that service information is held on the key. So all of the stuff that was done by BMW, there's a printout for that. The car doesn't require any additional servicing. It's all fully serviced. It's going to be sold by us with a fresh 1-year MOT, and you'll be delighted to know that the gentleman didn't scrimp and scrape by fitting cheap tyres. I think I'm right in saying that this has got a set of Continentals which are recent, and they will last you, if driven sensibly, probably 25 to 30,000 miles. It's very striking. The black exterior and the Dakota leather seats. It's the M Sport model. So the M Sport model means you get a body kit. You get a more of a Motorsport M3 version look to the car, with the front spoiler taking in a lot of air. It's the 325i petrol 6-cylinder engine with the 215 brake horsepower. It's the automatic 6-speed box with the F1 style gear change on the steering wheel, and because it is a M Sport model, it's got a lovely chunky leather steering wheel, which we'll look at in a minute. The gearbox is super smooth. It's a ZF 6 HP gearbox, which is pretty legendary. So a 6-speed auto. You can drive it in sort of a Tiptronic mode through the F1 paddle shift on the gear stick, or on the steering wheel, or you can use the gear stick. Some of the other extras that you'll notice, being an M Sport car, it's got these lovely motorsport wheels. In the interior, it's got these lovely leather seats. It's an excellent interior inside. That's Dakota leather, and quite an attractive aluminium trim. It's got its service book. It does have some lovely features with the car, like its cruise control model. It also has front and rear parking sensors. And I'm going to get close to the car and I'll show you just how nice the bodywork is. Very well loved by its previous owner, and it's a very warm summer's day here, so it's just the car to have. And as I'm walking down the sides, I'm hoping that the camera is picking up the fact that you're looking at dent-free panels here. It's in extremely good condition. It's been very well looked after. I'm not seeing any of the usual scuffs and marks, and this has been driven here. It was always kept clean because it was garaged. And if I'm being very fussy, I'm going to park. There's a tiny mark here. Excellent down this side. There's the smallest of little scrapes, which is probably caused by parking. Nothing too severe there. I'm sure that would touch over with a little black touch-up stick. Very good through these panels, front and rear wing, front wing and door, all in very good order. And you can see there's a lot of life in those tyres. They're not cheap, these large tyres on BMW, so it's good to get one that's got plenty of tread, and it's absolutely essential to get one that's good quality. If I'm looking close here, I can see a stone chip there. I can see one or two stone chips at a low level, but not too bad at all. And the only area which the gentleman pointed out to me was down low on the spoiler. Now you have to get sort of down on your knees almost to get it, and just here it probably has gone over a bit of a high curb at some point, so it's got a little scuff down there. But that's me getting really fussy and very close to the car, and as I walk around it, you really aren't given the impression that this car is in anything other than really good condition. So having looked at it at the workshop, it's super solid underneath. We've done a HPI check which guarantees it's not been involved in any accidents. There's no outstanding finance and there's no police interest, and it's always a very good idea to get a car HPI'd, of course. And with just 48,000 miles on it, it really is quite exceptional to see an excellent car with lower miles, because there's a lot of BMWs from this era which have easily hit 100,000, and it's just great to find one in excellent condition that's got lower mileage. And you know, the best thing about this car is that because, oops, I've lost my mic almost. Let's get that back on. Sorry if there's any funny noise going on, folks. There, I'm back. Yeah, so as I was saying, the great thing about this is that we've priced it very sensibly. So we've taken it as a part exchange, and we're going to sell it, and we're going to make this hopefully one of the best value ones that you can buy, because we look to turn around our modern car trade-ins pretty quickly, because we are a classic car buyer. So this wheel is in perfect condition. There isn't any curbs. It looks pretty fab. This one has got some scrapes to the side of the alloy, albeit quite minor, but it's noticeable. I'm going to walk round to the other side. I seem to remember, I think this front one, well actually that looks pretty good. So that one doesn't seem to have picked up any curbing on the wheel. I seem to remember it's this one at the back here. Yeah, so we've got a bit of curbing to the big alloy wheels that get fitted to these cars. It's pretty minor, and it's our intention to leave it as is, because it really isn't too bad. But this is why we're, I believe, selling the car at a very interesting price point. Certainly, having had a look, I think this one's going to be up for about £1,000 less than other cars of the same spec, the same miles and year, because we like to turn our trade-ins around pretty quickly. Now, it doesn't mean we don't give the car a very good PDI check. It will come with a fresh 1-year MOT, and you'll be very happy driving this away, because it drives beautifully with no issues whatsoever. Now, these have a metal folding roof, which he did cleverly show me how you can use the key fob to activate it. So in less than 30 seconds, around 25 seconds actually, the roof goes from having been stored in the boot, and it's a 3-piece metal roof, and it immediately just gives the car the look of the coupe model. Windows all come up, as does the roof, and that's in sub 25 seconds. Very impressive. And even though at the moment the whole roof is pretty much stored away in that boot, you've still got some impressive storage space underneath where the sliding roof goes. So that's a real great feature. A few little notes about this car, and I never realised this, but they've got a special heat reflective material which prevents this leather interior getting absolutely burning hot, and apparently it keeps the interior about 20% cooler, so you don't burn yourself to death when you jump in on a hot day, and today has been a hot day. Because it's got a metal roof, it actually makes it very quiet to drive. It's absolutely nothing like previous models because of the metal roof, and it's the first time BMW made a metal roof 3 Series convertible, and for many it was considered the best convertible car ever made because of just how good it is as a drop top and a coupe. Apparently 38% increase in visibility over the E36 model. Now that's because of much bigger windows and a huge rear screen, which is obviously heated, and it's just like an ordinary coupe when the roof is up, and obviously I'll be taking some photographs of the roof up as well. On the performance side, now this is a petrol engine. Now, despite the fact that BMW diesels are very well known for their high MPG, this one manages to return 37 miles to the gallon still. It does hit a top speed of 152 miles an hour, and it will take you from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. So this is a pretty high performance 6-cylinder 215 brake horsepower engine, married with a smooth and quick 6-speed automatic gearbox, and genuinely a real pleasure to drive, especially on an evening like this. Finishing up, I can't really tell you a great deal more other than the fact that it does come with 2 keys. It comes with its handbook. It does come with a printout of all its early servicing by BMW. As a sort of recap on the specification here, it is an an E93 model M Sport, so a nice chunky leather M Sport steering wheel, the classic M Sport seats. It does have a very attractive body kit, and the aluminium interior decals here are very smart. It does have a real quality car look about it. It's a push button start on these. It does have heated seats. It does have the ability to plug in your iPod or Android phone. It has got a connection in the glove box in the interior. What do they call this bit? Armrest bit. And you can plug in an extra device there. It has a USB in there, and it also has the ability to turn on a little bit of air conditioning, so you can keep a can of drink cold in there. Little cubby hole in the middle, and you have the ability to have 4 adults sat in here in great comfort. Great leg room front and rear when you adjust the seats up. That's actually a little cubby there where you can hold some extra stuff behind the seats, and you can also pop that back in there too, and you can see where there's a bit of storage. Really, really clever. High quality BMW, of course. Drives beautifully well, so no warning lights, no issues. A full PDI from my own garage, a fresh MOT, and this is an excellent example of the E93 M Sport BMW 325i petrol 6-speed auto. So it's in stock today. If you come and have a look at it and you're serious about owning one, I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't want to drive this one away. It really is in superior condition, and I think you'll find that the 1 or 2 areas of very, very minor bodywork issues, and they are minor, does not distract from the overall appearance of this lovely BMW. Well, I've given you 13 minutes sharing this car with you, and hopefully you can see on camera just how striking it looks in that black exterior and black Dakota leather interior. It looks super special. Well, it's Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out. Thank you for looking around this BMW with me, folks. Signing out. Bye for now.